Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay locked in. What you're about to hear is one of the most explosive revelations ever made on live TV. If you think you've seen drama in South African politics and policing before, today's story will change everything. Grab your popcorn. This one is going to shake you. It started as what seemed like a normal interview. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, known for being bold, calculated, and never afraid to speak the truth, was invited to clarify ongoing controversies and investigations linked to organized crime and internal corruption. But what the newsroom did not expect was that he had already prepared a bombshell, not whispered, not hinted, but dropped straight into the nation's living rooms. When the interviewer asked him about internal sabotage within SAP's investigations, Mkhwanazi paused, looked directly into the camera, and said one name, Mkhwanazi Matlala. The atmosphere changed instantly. A name that had been circulating in dark corners, in whispers, in rumors was now said clearly on national TV. For years, Matlala has been painted as a shadow figure, a man who moves silently yet powerfully inside political and criminal spaces. Allegedly connected to various underground networks, always managing to stay one step ahead, always slipping through cracks like a ghost no one can catch. But according to Mkhwanazi, those days are over. He stated in front of millions watching that evidence had surfaced proving that Matlala interfered with high-profile investigations, tampered with witnesses, and secretly coordinated movements meant to mislead law enforcement. The live studio fell silent. Even the presenters didn't know whether to continue or cut to a commercial break. Mkhwanazi didn't just call out Matlala. He explained how deep the manipulation allegedly ran. According to him, some of the most confusing turns in ongoing cases were not mistakes. They were engineered. Documents misplaced. Key suspects suddenly unavailable. Testimony shifting unexpectedly. Anonymous warnings to investigators. Things that had seemed random suddenly made sense. He dropped detail after detail, connecting dots that many people had suspected but never had the courage to say out loud. It wasn't just one incident. It was a pattern, a web, a deliberate sabotage operation designed to weaken the justice system. And then came the moment that rewrote everything. Mkhwanazi claimed he had received intel weeks earlier about a closed-door meeting allegedly attended by Matlala and several unnamed high figures. In that meeting, plans were made to derail investigations that were getting too close. The revelation landed like a hammer. Even the anchors gasped when Mkhwanazi said, "If South Africans knew half of what has been happening behind the scenes, they would be horrified. Today, I am done protecting criminals pretending to be leaders." It was a declaration of war, live, bold, unfiltered. After the broadcast aired, social media exploded. #Matlala trended within minutes. People demanded answers. Some called it bravery. Others asked whether Mkhwanazi had just put his own life at risk. But what stood out most was that Matlala did not respond. No denial, no press statement, no clarification. And for many South Africans, that silence was louder than anything Mkhwanazi had said. A man known for fighting allegations with aggression was suddenly quiet. That quietness only strengthened the impact of the interview. According to his closing remarks, he had waited long enough. Too many cases had collapsed. Too many lives had been put at risk. Too many officers were forced to work in fear. He said he owed it to the nation and to himself to put everything on the table. He hinted that more names were coming, that documents had already been secured, that the era of untouchables was ending, and that those who lived in the shadows would be dragged into the light whether they liked it or not. Within an hour of the interview, political analysts were debating the implications. If everything Mkhwanazi said is true, then the coming weeks could be some of the most dramatic in South African political history. This wasn't just a call out. It wasn't just a revelation. It was a declaration that the era of fear is collapsing. South Africans are waiting to see what happens next. Arrests, investigations, resignations, or backlash. One thing is clear, nothing will ever be the same after that interview. This story is still unfolding. And trust me, the next chapters will be even more explosive. If you want to stay updated with every twist and every revelation, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications right now. We're going to follow this story all the way until the truth is fully uncovered. Thank you for watching. Now, let's keep the conversation going.